Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for One Piece Chapter 1029. When we last left our heroes, we learned that on the off chance Kaido loses, which he certainly will, because this is One Piece and that's how that kind of story goes, the world government is poised to pounce on Wano and place it under world government control. Also, Lucci has asked our masked CP0 friend to capture Robin as soon as he can. Meanwhile, Yamato leaves Momo alone to work on setting up the flame clouds to protect Onigashima, while Yamato himself goes back inside the island to find the explosives and get rid of them. Meanwhile, it's Sanji versus Queen time. We find out that Queen can shoot his neck out of his body when he's in his full Brachiosaurus form and use it as a snake, which he does. And he almost would have beat Sanji like that, but he was really, really dumb and kept firing his own guns at himself, freeing Sanji, but also breaking all the bones in Sanji's body, which would have been bad, except Sanji started healing super fast. And when a hybrid form Queen struck Sanji with his giant sword, Sanji was forced to deal with the truth that the modifications that Judge put in way back when are now taking effect, and he is, in a way, like his siblings. So with that, let's dive right on into chapter 1029, The Tower. And our picture here is of Bonnie having a soba eating contest with some otters. It's cute, but it makes me remember, when is the last time we saw Bonnie again? Because the last thing I remember with her is her sneaking into Mary Geoise and finding Kuma, right? And then we heard that some kind of battle broke out at the Reverie, and Sabo might be dead, and Bonnie is just MIA. Is she alive? Is she dead? I don't fucking know anymore. But there she is, having some soba with some otters. Whether in this life or the one beyond is anyone's guess. Anyway, we open right where we left off, with Queen having just sliced Sanji, and his sword shattering. The Beast Pirates all react. Master Queen's sword broke, but he landed a hit on that guy's neck just now. Was it color of armament? Whatever it was, it's impossible. And we see, due to the fact that Sanji's skin has not changed color, it is not Haki. And Queen kind of grins. I know you didn't use any Haki. I remember what Judge once said. I can give the human body an exoskeleton. I can give it abnormal regeneration. And we see Sanji pulling at his mouth. I guess to maybe he's angry with himself for being a modified human. I can give it great physical strength, and we see Queen readies his laser beams, and most of all, an unfeeling heart of ice. And Chopper yells out, Sanji broke that sword with his neck! I never saw nothing like it in all my years! But that's of course not at all what Sanji wants to hear, as he has the image of his brothers. No, I didn't mean to. I don't want to turn out like those heartless monsters. And Sanji books it. He does not want to deal with this right now. He does not want to prove that he is like his brothers. Wait, stop! And Queen just starts firing at him with the laser beams. Wahaha! As Sanji yells, what's happening to my body? And he thinks, think back. What did I do? And he's trying to stop Queen. Hang on, give me time to think. And Queen taunts, what is it, Sanji? This might be Baby Chopper, actually, given the accent. You're acting weird, fella. And Sanji thinks, am I going to lose my humanity? But then we see some other Beast Pirates run into him as he's trying to run away from Queen. He's one of the Straw Hats. What's he mumbling about over there? But they don't really care about that. They're just going to kill him. He's distracted. Shoot him dead. That's Blackleg Sanji, right? I'm going to bag me a bounty. And they all shoot him. Doesn't actually do anything. The Beast Pirate celebrates. Yeah, got him. And Sanji gets right back up and glares. That hurt. Shocking the Beast Pirates that he survived. What? And Queen comes bounding all in, still shooting at Sanji. Mwahaha! Put on the battlesuit already. Excuse me. Show me the power of Germa science. And then we cut to the second floor. We leave Sanji there for now, dealing with the huge ramifications of his continued survival. And someone calls out, we're on the second floor now. Hey, what's going on? And is back with the fight with Big Mom. Ma, ha, ha, ha. What's the matter? And this might be, given the fact that it seems to be a different person speaking it, this might be Law here. Got a migraine, kid. Oh, he's dealing with the fact that the Killer Hawkins fight is going on, right? Anyway, we see Big Mom on the attack. Hera, Napoleon, let's help him with that. And she readies Napoleon and Hera with the lightning power. Law calls Eustace, but I think that's Napoleon who says, yes, mama. And, they go on the attack. Again, someone pointed out, back when the if you hit me, Killer, you'll hit Kid thing happened, just go for Hawkins' arm that, Kid has already lost. That seems like the easier plan. But apparently, Kid is kind of getting the shit beat out of him thanks to Killer and Hawkins. And we see, Kid just can't get up thanks to the fight going on over there. Just kind of grabs his head. Damn it! And Law snaps. What's wrong with you? You're useless right now. And he jumps up to Big Mom, activates Chambres. Counter shock. And I'm trying to figure out how exactly he worked that. Somehow warping Hera's lightning power to himself or something. I guess that's how that worked, because most of his abilities are based in swapping locations, right? So I'm guessing he just swapped the air in front of him with some of Hera's lightning, I guess. Prometheus calls out, Mama! And Kid is still trying to get away. And Prometheus roars, nobody does that to our mama! And he flies straight through Law. Stolen fire! And then we see, I think this is Big Mom doing this sort of backflip into Kid. Kid is still, there's this clang noise going on in his brain. I don't know how that's related to Hawkins' powers, but it's gotta be. But he picks himself up, still grabbing his head, and Big Mom brings the sword down. Mama Raid! And both Kid and Law fall. I doubt for good, of course, but they're still beat up pretty bad. Big Mom glares down at them. And Kid gets up. Shaking, weak, clearly. Headache. No, what's happening to me? I finally reached the 4 emperors. If I die now, what was the point of my whole pirating career? And he's still feeling this head pain. As he struggles against the universe itself to get up and fight. And Big Mom laughs. Mama, ha ha ha. You're funny, Kid. It looks like you might die all on your own. I don't have to do a thing. And Law sort of glares at him. And Kid falls over again. Damn it. And then we come back to the 3rd floor. Killer versus Hawkins. Killer calls, stop. Fwah, fwah, fwah. He, of course, can't stop laughing. Oh, and Hawkins is headbutting the pillar. That's what's going on. Okay, and the clank is the sound that Hawkins' head makes, the same clank sound that Kid is hearing. Alright. And Killer, of course, thanks to the smile fruit, can't stop laughing. Fwah, fwah, fwah! Stop it, Hawkins! You just have to restrain him, Killer, somehow. Just stop! Fwah, fwah, fwah! And Hawkins laughs at him. Ha ha ha. I can't believe you ate a smile fruit. You couldn't possibly be more miserably misfortunate, Killer. And Killer laughs, fwah, fwah, fwah! Please, stop it! And then I guess these are other parts of their crew calling in. Killer, how come we're not allowed to help? What's with that guy? Is he crazy? He's just slamming his head into the pillar. And Killer laughs, fwah, fwah, fwah! Just shut up and stay put. Then why don't you fight, sir? It's so frustrating to watch. The fire is creeping closer. We need to be getting out of here. And Killer tearfully begs Hawkins, I ask you, release Kid. You can have my life in exchange. That's not going to go over well. Hawkins just glares at him. And then kicks him over. And the other pirates call, Killer! And Hawkins goes on, Kid is fighting with Big Mom right now, I gather. Will he succeed his dream of hunting down an Emperor of the Sea? It's good to set your sights high. And Killer begs, yeah, so stop sabotaging him. And Hawkins rebuffs, if I'm preventing you from succeeding, then cut me down with those sights. And Killer, of course, can't, for obvious reasons. Or surrender if you'd prefer. I'll put in a good word for you with Kaido. They're not doing that. and he kicks Killer again. Either way, you stand no chance at all of winning this battle. You've seen the simple facts for yourself. Now you know why they've ruled over this sea for so long. You must have felt it in your core biological instincts. There is no way to beat them. And Hawkins is getting angry, maybe even with himself. As you'll recall, it was Apu was the one who was a Kaido spy the whole time, right? And Hawkins was the one who was sort of forced into it to survive. So he, I imagine on some level, resents Kaido. You know, he had his freedom, and then in order to survive, he sort of allied with Kaido. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he likes it. And Killer calls him out. Don't get emotional now. Besides, I know that deep down, you regret the decision you made back then, don't you? Yeah, there it is. Is that how Killer will win this fight? By getting Hawkins to change sides? Because you fear dying in this future. And here we are, still standing. Fwa fwa fwa! And flashes back to Kaido accepting Hawkins. I will gladly take you if you agree to join me. And Hawkins readies his blade. We'll see who's regretting it in the end. Since we're talking about living without regrets, I guess I'll do just that. I think this is a Killer's line. Gotta sink or swim, one way or the other. I have 2 questions for you. If you take damage without a proper conduit, where does that damage go? And Hawkins readies his blade. What do you mean? You should know how my power works by now. All of the damage I take goes straight to Kid, as long as I hold his straw doll within my body. Which means maybe Killer is going to go for the doll? There it is! There it fucking is! What someone pointed out a while ago, Killer just goes straight for the arm. Good fucking shit. There's the shit there. Holy fuck. Shocking all the Beast Pirates. What? And even Hawkins is shocked. They call Hawkins! And Hawkins is shocked. How did you cut off my arm? The damage should have gone to... And Killer lets him in on the truth. Kid has no left arm. Second question. Oh, and I guess the doll was in the left arm. That was the worst possible hiding spot, Hawkins. You fucked up there. Second question. Once I take this one out, how many more lives are protecting your own? And Hawkins he's panicking now. He's on the back foot. He is not expecting this. But he's at least magnanimous in defeat. Congratulations. That's the last one. Damn it, I didn't count on this. And he plays a card, like a tarot card almost. Strawman card. Death upright. The card of destruction. And I guess Hawkins is one of those characters I don't know that much about, so I'm always like, I guess that's an ability he has. He summons this like Grim Reaper, which I guess he can do. I don't know, I kind of figured his power sort of began and ended at the whole using people's lives as your own. But no, he can summon this big Grim Reaper thing. The card of destruction. It means I can finally end your miserable life myself. And this Reaper rushes at Killer, who stares it down. We see the Reaper coming for Killer, and Killer just takes it apart. Beheading claws! And he kills it, just like that. The Beast Pirates all panic. Ah! His straw man! And then Killer comes straight for Hawkins. That straw man will not perish. It will come back to life as the cards dictate. And he draws another card, and it's like a tower struck by lightning. Show me the ending of this fight. And he thinks, the tower. And he sees, is this like a future vision? Him rushing towards Killer's attack. Or is just him, the tower signifies his own defeat. He accepts his defeat. Kind of sort of what Nero pretended to be on Eden Zero. But Killer gets him with Spin and Sonic, striking him down. And that's the end. The Beast Pirates all react. Is Kid's Pirate Crew the Kid Pirates? Am I remembering that right? It feels kind of like a lame name, but also it might be his name. Let me see if I can find it really fast. Yes, it is just the Kid Pirates. All right. So the Kid Pirates all just sort of cheer. You did it! Way to go, Killer! And Hawkins hits the ground. As Killer sort of breathes heavy, but is victorious. The Beast Pirates all call Hawkins! And Hawkins is just out. And Strawman cards, the tower means. And we cut back to the second floor where the fight's going on. Big Mom sort of reacts to Kid. Kid is like in better spirits now that Hawkins is beat, and Big Mom reacts, "You seem to be in much better spirits now. What's going on, Kid?" The collapse of the old and brittle, and its hidden meaning is a new way forward. My body feels much lighter. I'm back with Killer. Get going, partner. And that's where we leave off. Okay, so Killer and Hawkins weren't exactly a pair that I care too much about, but this is a fun fight. Honestly, I'm just excited for Killer to go for the obvious choice of just cutting off his fucking arm. That was the move. That was the move. Good shit there. Real good shit there. But yeah, let's talk about the chapter in whole. We get a little bit of carrying on last week, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, Sanji plot of him realizing that he is modified. And, as Queen points out, all the things that, if he has all the modifications that Judge gave the other siblings, that might mean he's going to get that heart of ice, going to become the unfeeling monster that his siblings all are. Maybe. Again, it could go either way. But it's not, his panic is understandable, is my point. That, that's not good. That is not what that's the thing he has never wanted. Especially since we learned his past, one of Sanji's defining traits has been not wanting to be that. It's why he freaked out when he saw that Vinsmoke was now permanently on his wanted poster. It's why he hasn't wanted to use the raid suit. He does not want to become like his siblings. And it's looking like, there's a chance he might. I can't imagine Sanji will actually permanently become an unfeeling monster. I can't see that being the route his character goes. But his fear of that is understandable after everything that's going on. But with that, it's time to focus on the real bulk of this chapter, which is Kid and Killer. We see, a little bit of Kid and Big Mom, a little bit of Law fighting Big Mom, but it's really just there to set up that Kid is having a bad time, specifically because Hawkins is running his head into a pillar over and over again, and Killer can't really do much without fearing hurting Kid, until he finally realizes what he kind of should have realized from the beginning, is that you just need to, slice off Hawkins' arm and this problem all goes away. But because it takes him so long to worry about that, we do get this sort of look into Hawkins. As Killer is like, you don't like that you're here, And I like this bit. I didn't quite bring it up when I was reading when I was initially reading the chapter, but the panel at the top of page 11, where Killer says, "You fear dying in this future, and here we are, still standing." That it's not just that Hawkins, wishes he was free. It's that he thought it was work for Kaido or die. And Kid and Killer are the, living proof that he was wrong. That there was really no reason for him to join with Kaido, that he could have survived had he fought back against Kaido. He wouldn't have won, but he could have been on the winning, he could have been on the freer side. And that's what Killer accuses Hawkins of truly regretting. And it's not quite clear how accurate that is, given how little time you've really spent with Hawkins. But it does sort of, and the fact that Hawkins barely really reacts to that is sort of the question. Is I can't quite tell if Killer is right. Because if he was, I might expect a larger reaction from Hawkins. But also, Hawkins has never really been super emotional. Besides that bit of anger he has, as he insists there is no way to beat them, which is kind of Killer's evidence. But still, the end of that fight is a lot of fun, of Killer just wiping out Hawkins' arm, and using that as what he needs to find the strength to beat down Hawkins. And then there's that tower. The collapse of the old and brittle. Given that the Four Emperors date back to wasn't the Rocks group is pre-Roger, right? They are long, they are the old and brittle. We've had all this focus on Kaido losing his grip on the fire clouds due to his fight with Luffy. And, Big Mom is old enough to have mothered, 60 children, 80 children, a lot of fucking children. Even if a good chunk of them were twins and triplets. So she's also old. So that card is a signifier of this turning of the age, which of course is kind of what Wano has really all been about. You know, this is the moment that Luffy kind of takes his first stab at the old regime. Among, of course, all of the stuff with Odin and that whole plot line. But from Luffy's standpoint, this is where he's more than made a name for himself. But he's going after the heads of, like, the old power balance. You know, the warlords were always kind of weak. They were sort of propped up by the government. But the admirals and the Yonko are the peak. And this arc is all about, from Luffy's standpoint, it's all about upsetting that, I think. Again, there's still all the Wano character stuff going on, but for the pirates, it is about their moment in the sun, their time to stand on the world stage as the heads of the world, and it's good shit. That's I think what that final card symbolizes, that this is where they go down, and I can't wait to fucking see it. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be great. It's One Piece. What else can you say? So I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe. Or, do whatever makes you happy, And as always, your life is your own, okay? Bye!